What's going on? Savage here. Excuse the mess. We're in the process of moving right now. That's also why my videos have been a little spread out periodically throughout the channel. But we will be back to full throttle come October 1st. So apologies for the lack of videos and again for the mess. But before we get into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today, and don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 700 likes. Also, guys, if you're looking for teammates or looking for people to play with, make sure you join our Discord community. The link to that will be in the description below. In this video, we'll be covering some viewer submitted gameplay. My dude Wingus is going to be loading into solos match, and we are going to be spectating it throughout the entire game. I'll be breaking down his movement, breaking down his weapon builds, and breaking down the fights as they happen in real time. I'll be telling you guys what Wingus should be doing, as well as the enemies he's fighting in order to come out with the win. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, in this gameplay, we'll be spectating my dude Bombo, and he is going for a bounty right off the rip. Now, be very careful when you go for bounties right off the start, because if you grab the bounty too early, most of the time it's going to put the bounty on someone else that's floating in the sky, and that player could end up all the way across the map. So I would definitely just kind of be patient, not grab the bounty for about 30 to 60 seconds, get a couple weapons, get a little bit of loot, and then I would go for the objective. Oh, he got it. He got it. All right, beautiful. All right, grab your loot and grab it fast. Now, one thing I want to say, and I never talk about this in videos, but make sure you go into your settings and you change your looting system to tap to loot instead of hold to loot. If you change it to tap, you'll pick up weapons faster. It'll speed up your reaction time and, in a sense, speed up your gameplay. So make sure you guys go into your settings, you change it to tap to loot. That is a must. All right, this early in the game, you know, I really wouldn't be too focused on trying to get snipe kills. Everyone's going to be inside buildings looting. Nobody's really going to be running out in the open like this. Just go ahead and at this time, you can go ahead and grab the bounty, and then I would start making my way to loot. All right, so we grabbed the bounty, and the bounty looks to be around this building area. If he's in the build, whoa, oh no. All right, so that's unfortunate. So what happened was, you did wait the good amount of time in order to grab the bounty. Unfortunately, some asshole is still in the air, floating around. Whether he died in the gulag and came back, whether he just decided to hold his parachute the whole time, who knows? But unfortunately, it looks like this bounty actually pinged on someone in the sky, despite you waiting, and he's gone. That's unfortunate. That doesn't happen too often. But some players, but sometime. I really think that the bounty system shouldn't ping anybody that's floating in the sky. The bounty should have an elevation system to where it only identifies players within a couple hundred feet from the ground or things like that. All right, well, the bounty's chalked, and now you have no objectives that you can do because the bounty's active for another 2.5 minutes. Now, this does happen, and when it does happen, you just got to start pushing the compounds. You just got to start grabbing some loot. You got to start grabbing some money. I would make my way to the bigger buildings in quarry. I would make my way to these longer buildings in quarry and loot those up. Two things are going to happen. You're going to get more money. They're going to have better loot, and you're probably going to run into some enemies. And even if you don't run into enemies, again, you'll get money. You'll be able to get your load out as fast as possible. But it looks like our dude's going to go for the Big Bertha and try to be aggressive. I think he's actually going to try to hunt down this bounty within the given time. Now, he's only got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. The chance of him getting the bounty is very slim. I probably wouldn't go for this because it's too close for comfort. However, I do like the aggression. I like the fact that he's trying to go for it regardless. In my opinion, I think that this may be wasted time a little bit. You should be grabbing money and grabbing loot and things like that instead of going for the bounty because of the time restraint. But let's see what happens, man. If he's able to get the bounty kill, it's not the worst option. The bounty's not going to have much money for him, so his money game's still going to be a little screwed up. But he will have that extra kill, and he will have practiced being aggressive. So again, not against it. I don't think I'd do this, but I'm definitely not against it. All right, when you know there's a bounty on you, and you know he's in the building, try to avoid sitting like this, right? The bounty already knows you're there. He heard your vehicle, and because you have the bounty on him, he knows you're close because he's got 3 red bars. So you need to push this building fast, quickly. Don't give the enemy an option to figure out where you're at and try to outplay you. You want to hit them fast and swift. You've got gas moving in. Now you do have C4. Just want to throw that out there. So you could throw the C4 up in the window. I think he's upstairs, Most of the time when people have the bounty on them, guess what? They're going to camp on the top floor. That way you're forced to go up the staircase and you know, get shot in the face. So if you throw a C4 up there, you get some armor damage. He's going to be too busy plating. Then you can push up there and you can get the kill. And I want you guys to notice how much time this fight takes. And again, this is nothing against you, Bomba. This, everyone's learning, right? We're all trying to get better. We're all trying to get faster and more efficient. But all this time that you're wasting on this fight is time wasted from getting another kill. Again, I try to tell you guys in every video that most players are better than you guys give yourself credit for. You guys, even if you have a 0.3 KD, you just have to develop better time management and a little bit more confidence. Even though I said he's on the top floor, he might not be. So go ahead and just plan to check the entire building, scan the entire building. Don't just go in and face check the windows like this. There he's right there. Oh my God, that was so close, bro. But now you have a free armor satchel and some plates. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now that little box in front of him, that little suitcase, if you guys want a free blueprint for a weapon, then pretty nice blueprints, grab that up and then you have to deliver it to a helicopter. And once you turn it into the helicopter, you get a free weapon blueprint. So it's a really cool tactic. It's something fun to do in the game. So if you guys see these, definitely pick them up. All right, but look at our money. We have 10 grand now. It's time to get our asses to buy station, but someone's pushing us right now. All right, in this position, we know we're getting pushed. Work your way up to the top floor until you can figure out where the enemy's at. The last thing you want to do is sit here on the bottom story. You have a window to your left. You have a bedroom behind you with more windows in it. And then you have the doorways in front of you. So the enemy can hit you from any way. And if you're too busy looking one direction, he could hit you from behind. So I would get myself to the top floor and wait to hear footsteps. When I heard a footstep, or when I figured out where the enemy's at, I would jump out the window and then rotate the building and work the enemy that way. Try to avoid putting yourselves in situations where you're kind of just out in the open and caught up. Someone threw a concussion. Right? Very confused. Anyway, get out of there. Go to the buy station, get your loadout. Don't die with 10 grand on you. Don't waste your time looking for a ghost enemy either. I don't mind him running away. Now, I would not be going for this right this second. I'd definitely grab your loadout because it's going to be real intense. You're calling a helicopter and all you have is your basic weapons, and you're calling it a helicopter at TV station. It's going to be a very dangerous fight. Is there a zip line on top of TV station? Come to think of it, I haven't really been at TV station since the zip line got added, to be honest. There's not a zip line. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Crazy, crazy. All right, I love the fact that he looked to the roof. Look, whenever you're driving a vehicle and you jump out of the vehicle, guess what's going to happen? Whoever's around is going to be looking at the vehicle first, for whatever reason. Most players just stay tunnel visioned on the vehicle. If you watched my last tip video, you guys know how bad tunnel visioning is, and that dude just paid the price for it. But you need to stay on alert because there is another enemy here. While you were looking at that guy, before you even shot at him, we heard suppressed shots somewhere in this direction as well. So get ready for another fight for sure. Now, you did make it to the top of the roof. You're able to call in the helicopter and get your free blueprint, which is awesome. After you get this, though, dive back down in your vehicle and go buy your loadout. You do not want to be playing a game, an entire match with the basic RAM. You got the Origin, though, so it's pretty bomb-ass weapon.
Cargo is secured and exiting the AO.
All right, normally I would tell you guys don't shoot at the vehicle if he's driving away, but if you want to bait the enemy, which is exactly what he's doing, shoot the vehicle and let him come back to you. I already know what he's about to do. He's got C4 in his inventory. He's also got concussion in his inventory. So if the enemy does two different things, he's covered two different ways. If the enemy drives behind the building, jumps at the vehicle, and then wants to have a one-on-one gunfight, he's got a concussion he can utilize and then push the enemy and get the easy kill. Two, the vehicle looks like he's coming back. He may try to splat him. If he does, guess what? You got a C4. You can then throw it at the vehicle and blow it up. This should be a winnable fight for your boy. Let's see what happens. Yep, GG. And that was pretty easy and self-explanatory. I love it. But you don't have your loadout yet? Grab his loadout weapons. There's no reason for you not to grab his loadout weapons. I don't know the codes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an Easter egg boy, so I have no idea what the code is. But yeah, grab his weapons, man. There's no reason for you to have these weapons. All right, well, the weapons have been passed up, so now we're on our way back to the vehicle, I would assume. And again, we need to make our way to the buy station. We have 3 kills, yes. But we have $23,000. You can do whatever you want at this point. You could buy a loadout, get your loadout, and then go drive to the other free loadout and get your ghost class. That's an option. Or you can just drive to the free loadout drop, grab your loadout, and then just UAV chase people all day long, right? So the trophy system on top of the car, grab grab UAVs, and just start hunting people down one by one. But regardless, you need to get a loadout quick. All right, beautiful placement. Right in the middle like a turret, and I love it. And now we're on our way to get our loadout. And even though the free loadout drop was right here, I still would have grabbed his weapons, because if you get out here and there's enemies that start shooting at you, you want to have a good gun. You want to have a decent gun. Did he just get shot? Oh shit. I don't know what the hell's happening. Yeah, he did get shot. From the roof of blue, I believe. I think he picked up the PKM. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what his loadout was. The PKM is nasty, bro. That gun has been amazing since day one. It's one of the most consistent guns in the game. They really don't do much with it. Now look, you're getting shot at by an enemy. You want to push fights where you know their people are at, right? There's no reason for you to drive away from this. You could just easily jump out of the vehicle and get shots on them. Or if you want to be a little bit safer and smarter, get out of the vehicle, get on the roof of the building next to you on red roof, and shoot down on the enemy. You want to fight these enemies. You want to fight the people where you know they're there. You don't want to run away and put yourself at a disadvantage to run into somebody else you're not aware of. You don't want to miss out on the kill. But unfortunately, we're heading off, and I think I would imagine he's going to the oh no, brother. Oh, not like this. Now play it up while you're rotating, right? The enemy knows you're here, but you have a whole ravine you could rotate. You can go left, you can go right, and you can peek up at a different angle and get shots on the enemy at a different angle. But you want to fight this fight fast, because you still have homeboy behind you that may be chasing you down. You don't know if he is or not, but just pretend like he is. All right, now we're sitting on $33,000, dude. You can do a lot with $33,000. A lot, bro. I think you're going to start seeing some double-digit kill games, maybe even some 20 bombs if you just, you know, make your decision-making a little bit faster, start going for buy stations a little bit sooner, and start pushing fights. If someone starts fighting you, right? That dude shot at you when you were in the vehicle and you ran from him. Not a horrible thing. You were in kind of a bad position, but you could always change your position and get in the fight. Now you want to hit the buy station fast. Again, this is a lot of wasted time. Hit the buy station, get what you need, and get out and start hunting down kills. We've been on this hill for about, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and we're still not at the buy station yet. Definitely make your way over there. One, you'll probably catch somebody crossing from apartments to go by, or two, you can even catch somebody on the hill at apartments. But regardless, you want to go ahead and push enemies as fast as you can. Someone just called in a UAV that's nearby you, so I would imagine they're probably around the buy station. They probably just bought it and they're about to come find you. You don't have your ghost class. At least I don't think you have your ghost class. I haven't seen your secondary yet. There he is right there, and easy kill. Now you just made a lot of noise, right? So anyone that's around you is going to be looking your direction. So you're crouched and you're crouch walking. Bad idea. You just made noise. You just revealed your position on the map to anyone that's near you. You want to get out of there quickly. So just run. Stop crouch walking after you get in fights. Stop crouch walking in general, but especially when you just finish a fight, because people will know where you're at. Now this comes into play with my other tips and tricks videos where I told you guys you need to buy fast, you need to buy efficiently, you need to get in and get out. All right, if you're gonna buy multiple UAVs, make sure you get 3. He just called in 2 UAVs, which is kind of useless. I would call in 3 just to get that advance if that's your goal, or just call in 1. Either call in an advance or call in 1 UAV and go with it. Now, okay, now we have an advanced UAV, but unfortunately because he called it in so late, the advanced UAV only lasted legitimately a split second. So now he's gonna have to go back to the buy station, spend another 12 grand to get another UAV in the air. All right, so basically in this situation, he tried to call an advanced UAV. He did it too spread out and it didn't last. So he just wasted 3 UAVs and didn't get a single kill from it. That's a lot of money. That's 12 grand, right? A little over. So here we are at the buy station again. I would imagine he's probably going to try to buy another advanced UAV, which costs another 12 grand. So we've now wasted $24,000 for essentially 1 advanced UAV. I'm not sure what his game plan is, and I don't think he has one. And basically what I think is going to happen is I think we're about to waste 6 UAVs and $24,000, and there it goes. UAVs are already going away. Like I told you in a couple videos ago, guys, if you use a UAV, make sure you get a kill with it. If you don't get a kill from using a UAV, you've wasted it. I want to get more than 1 kill per UAV, but you at least need 1 kill per UAV. You call UAV in, chase somebody down. because we just sat on 6 and so much money and we have no more kills for it. All right, laying prone on this hill. Being on this hill in the general is pretty dangerous when you have apartments in. But laying prone is you're just begging to get headshot. There's usually a sniper on top of those apartment buildings. Same thing with this. When you guys are scanning the open, I don't mind you. I like the fact that he did an ADS. He was just scanning side to side. Very good on you, bro. A lot of people sit there in ADS and narrow their field of view, which is a very bad tactic. But I like the fact you were scanning it. However, you want to keep yourself moving. You want to peek up, scan it real quick, and then peek away from it. I like that you were sidestepping and avoid getting shot. But again, any veteran player will be able to kill you super fast, regardless of you sidestepping. There's a vehicle in front of you. Now, holding the C4 out like this, no. You just wasted a little bit of time and you lost out on a kill. If you would have sprinted down the hill towards where the vehicle was heading, right? You would have just, as soon as you saw the vehicle, if you would have just sprinted down this way, you could have put a lead on the vehicle, threw the C4 at the vehicle and gotten the kill. But now the vehicle looks like he's just going to drive off safely and completely uncontested. You could shoot at the vehicle to bait him and have him come back to you, something I would do, or you could wait for him to get out of the buy station and get the easy buy kill. Now, wait for him to stop and wait for him to buy. If you don't think you're going to make it to him in time for him to buy whatever he's going to buy, bait the vehicle. Legitimately wait for him to get back in the vehicle and then kill him. That's exactly what he's going to do. All right, but here we are on the hill, and this is really a good hill to gatekeep people on. You're going to gatekeep everyone coming in from train station, everybody that's going to be at hospital. However, hospital's still in bounds, so you want to be very careful of how you're peeking this area. Again, I like that you're moving, that's fine, but any veteran player can still kill you if you're slowly sidestepping. So you want to peek up real quick and then unpeek. Now, again, when you're scanning, guys, when you're glancing at things, make sure it's a quick glance, right? You don't want to stay too focused on an area for too long. You want to be scanning the entire area. You want to try to find out where this bastard is, where he's hiding, where he's pushing, who's fighting, where he's going. You want to find out all this information. That way you can make your plays based on that. All right, we've been on this hill for over 5 minutes and we've only got 1 kill from it. Again, time management is everything. If the hill isn't working for you, if this area isn't working for you, you need to bail out and go push targets. If you guys want more kills, if you guys want more fights, you got to push in the compounds and the areas in between compounds. I like this hill for gatekeeping people, I do. But with hospital still in and with the apartments to your left still in, the chance of people being on this hill is very slim. Now, you're on the hill right now. Everyone in the hospital has to move out of hospital. You're technically in a gatekeeping situation, but again, because you've wasted so much time, I would just bail out on this entire area and go push something differently. Go play another area. Go find another fight. There's a lot of gunshots going on off to your north. I'd go get on that action. Remember, just because you can't see them on your UAV, guys, you can hear explosions. You can hear gunshots. Chase the noise if you cannot see them. You've also got a trophy system and 2 vehicles next to you could utilize too. So if I was in this position, which I wouldn't be, I would not be here this long. But if I was in this position, I'd throw the trophy system on that vehicle and I'd get my ass driving around and try to find some kills. Again, I understand everybody wants to win this game. That's the objective at the end of the day. But you want to fight as many people as you can so you can get efficient with your gunfights. The more efficient you become, the more likely you are to win those in-game situations. Plus, dropping 20 kills is pretty fun too. All right, so we've been on this hill for 12 minutes. We've been on this hill for legitimately half the video, half the match, right? And we've only benefited 1 kill from it. So again, don't overstay your welcome. Don't sit in one spot for too long. You're still in the exact same area. You could have well over 10 kills right now should you have pushed fights. Would you have died? Maybe, but at least you'd be practicing your gunfights. Now let's talk about the circle and the positions, right? You're in a good area. Despite me hating on the fact that you've been sitting on this hill for 12 minutes, you're now in a good area. So regardless of where you're at in the map, you want to get to this area. You want to get to this hill. I would prefer this hill than this hill. One, this hill over here doesn't have many trees, and you could really get pushed from both sides and pinched, essentially, right? This hill right here on this side has a lot more ridges, a lot more cover, a lot more rocks, a lot more trees, and it's higher up. So it's a vantage point. It's the high ground. Not to mention you can gatekeep everybody coming out of this area and everybody coming out of this area. You have complete line of sight on everybody who has to cross to get safe. I love this place. This is going to be the place you want to be at for sure. Same thing on the flip side, right? If people pushing out of this area, you'll be able to get a straight line of sight on these guys. Now, depending on where the circle rotates next is really going to determine whether you have an easy time in this game or not, because if the circle does rotate to the north, you're going to have to cross an open highway and then it may get bad for you. But because we're not sure what side it's going to be on. Let's just play the high ground for now. Let's just play the safe area for now and gatekeep everybody coming out of these areas. Now, when you're scanning areas, when you're sitting here in your map, when you're doing things like this, you want to be behind cover. You're kind of sitting out in the open right now. I love the fact you're in your big map and you're coming up with a game plan. I love that, but you want to do it behind cover. You want to make sure you don't get caught up in your map and get shot in the head while you're trying to do this. Because again, you're out in the open, and you're an easy sniper shot for anybody. All right, but let's talk about where I'd be looking at right now, right? All right, but this is the side you want to look at. You want to look at the hospital side. You want to look at everyone pushing out of that area. All right, so in the position he's in right now, if I were him, I'd get on the high ground. I'd get on the tippy top of this hill, and I would scan everything to the east, to the farmland side, right? I'd scan all those compounds to his right, the hospital and everybody coming out. Right now, the circle's pushing in people. The circle's pushing people in, and he's not looking at anyone. He can't see anybody because he's not looking. He's behind rocks and trees, and he really can't see anything. He's super focused on the left side. All right, so in the position he's in, he wants to scan the east side of the map for sure. He wants to catch everyone coming out and gatekeep them, right? In this position here, we know this circle's safe. In this position here, we know the hill's safe. I would work my way up to the next zone and gatekeep everybody coming out. I would get my line of sight on everything on that side of the map. I wouldn't let the hill block my vision. I wouldn't let trees block my vision. I want to see everyone crossing the open, because the longer you sit here in this position, the more time the enemies have to push your hill, and you can't see any of it. You can't see any of it. You can see the bridge and a little bit of the ravine, but what about the ravine on the other side where everyone's gonna be coming from? You can't see it. You have no line of sight. So you need to get to this tippy top right here, get eyes on that as soon as possible, because again, you're losing out on potential kills.
Only 10 are left.
Again, I like the fact that you're in your map, but you don't want to die trying to get your map. Focus on your position, focus on gatekeeping, focus on these kills. There's 9 enemies left. This is a winnable fight. Now, this is the bad area of the hill you want to be on. There's not much cover. You have 2 trees and that's it. You have all of airfield looking at you and face checking you. I'd be looking at, again, the east side of the map would be your most important one. I highly recommend never taking cover and hiding behind loadout drops, because loadout drops are very noticeable to enemies, right? And that's the first place we're going to look as enemies. We're going to look at the loadout to see if anybody's going for it so we can bait it. So the fact you're taking cover behind a loadout is kind of scary, not going to lie. Now with this, I would be pushing in the zone with the zone, right? I wouldn't push up to the center of the circle too early. I would wait for the gas to push me to the circle. All right, so right here is where I would go. I'd go to this ridge. 1, this is inbounds. 2, it protects me from everything, right? If I want to pop up and get some shots down range, I can, and then I can duck back behind it if I'm getting hit or my plates get broken, whatever the case may be. But again, you want to stay focused on everything going on over there. I believe over here to your northeast is exactly where most of the enemies are going to be at. Over here on this hill as well. You might catch 1 or 2 people coming out the left side of this area, but I really don't think you're gonna have too much action over there. So based off that assumption, based off of the knowledge that I have of this game, I would definitely be working my way to this high ground right in front of him. I'm getting within the circle and playing the area. Now you have an entire ridge in front of you, right? Again, I like the ridge, but you want to stay behind the ridge. You went past the ridge, you're putting yourself out there. If an enemy peeks up in any of these positions, he's going to play whack-a-mole with you. He's going to peek up over here, shoot you. You're going to be like, oh shit. Then you're going to tunnel vision on this. And then guess what? He's going to rotate. He's going to pick up over here. He's going to shoot you. You're like, oh shit. Then you're going to sit here and you're going to focus on it. It's just going to happen over and over again. So don't put yourself in a situation to where you leave yourself vulnerable to the lip of the ravine, right? You want to stay on the ridge. You want to stay on the high ground. You want to stay behind cover. Because right now, if you get shot from the hill to your left, or if somebody pushes up behind you, you've lost your high ground. You've lost your vantage point, and you're pushing out in the open for some reason. Oh my God. I don't like the ravine push. I think that's his play. I think he wants to, okay, he teleported. He pushed back to the mountain, which is definitely the better play. Now, this late in the game, this is where circle positions everything. All right, so this end game right here is going to be very, very sketch, right? You've got 3 enemies left, and the circle's out in the open. The circle does favor the other hill a little bit, but I wouldn't really say it favors. Now, there's a guy up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, it's behind my camera. Rip. There's a guy behind my camera right around this area, hiding behind trees, okay, on the other hill. And let me see if I can move my camera. Hold up. All right. He's right here. He's right there. Little bitty guy right there. So we know where one guy's at. Now, the problem with this circle is the first person who gets to the center is going to be the one that dies. You need to play the edge, just like he's doing. Play the edge, work your way closer to the center, which I like he's doing. He's getting himself to the rocks. He's going to play the rocks and try to get some shots off to get safe. I like it. But again, This hill does favor the circle a little bit. There is a couple rocks over there an enemy can hide behind. So you're going to have to rely on your gunplay to outshoot the enemies if he grabs those rocks before you do. All right, I do not like this. I would play this side of the rocks for sure. You doing this move puts you at a disadvantage. If there's an enemy, first off, you're looking deep into the gas. You don't need to do. But if there's an enemy on the hill right here and he's looking down and doing what you're doing, scanning the edge, and you come up this hill, he's going to kill you real fast. All right, but we're utilizing the gas mask to change our angle of approach. I like it. He's rotating to the high ground. Easy kill. Now he was looking somewhere to your south, so make sure you're looking to your south as well. See if you can find the enemy and get some shots off. You have a nice little cement wall right in front of you. Go behind that and play it, right? I'd work my way up to the bridge now. You kind of want to bounce from cover to cover, right? You want to bounce from cover to cover. You want to try to get closer to the enemy and force the enemy into a fight. The enemy heard you shoot at the enemy, so he knows you're somewhere around the hill. You want to change your position, and with that, work your way to the bridge and hopefully see if you can find the enemy. I'm not really a big fan of laying prone for too long. Again, you're giving the enemy an option to rotate the circle sooner than you. There he is right there to your right. Don't focus on the ravine. You just saw him. You just saw him. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so now we've... Oh, my God. Oh, thank God. The PCAM is so nasty, bro. All right, that in-game fire right there was real sketch. You saw his head peek up. You were super focused on the ravine, but we already knew the guy wasn't in the ravine. There's a chance he could work the gas and come up under the bridge and then up the ravine, but the chance is very small. The enemy you recently killed came from the ravine and you killed him. So that, to me, let me know if the enemy was somewhere across the street. Once you saw him, you were still so focused on the ravine, you didn't even snap on him and shoot him. And then when you were running up the hill through the gas, you weren't even turning to look at the enemy. You just kind of let him take free shots at you. Thankfully, he didn't shoot and kill you. But if he would have shot you one time because of all the damage you take from the gas, you would have died. So make sure if you're running from an area, if you're trying to get safe from the gas, you're still scanning the area. That way, if the enemy's out in the open, you can get shots off on him before he can just one-tap you and kill you. But Bombo, thank you for submitting the gameplay. I really appreciate letting me go over your gameplay and breaking down and getting the analysis out for it. So again, thank you for that. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, again, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. And if y'all want to submit your gameplay to me, make sure you upload a recent match to YouTube and send me the link via our Discord, which will be linked in the description below. You guys have a good one. Until next time, boys, keep on improving. Guys, thank y'all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out some other tips and tricks videos. And as always, subscribe by hitting the button below. Y'all have a good one. Until next time, guys, good luck in Warzone.